President and the establishment confirming that indeed this is their operation and they've claimed full responsibility for it. And quite frankly, this type of conduct upends multilateralism as we know it, but also the very important concept of sovereignty, which goes a very, very long way in international law, back as far as the Montevideo Convention in the 1820s. And so violating sovereignty in this manner really calls into question the status of multilateralism as we speak.
But if his actions are not informed by foreign policy or diplomacy, even the Geneva Convention and other treaties, what is it influenced by?
Well, we've heard the interests that the US has said. They've illegally labeled a head of state as a narco-terrorist, therefore justifying their conduct. They've given a number of justifications for their actions, but none of those stand up in international law. Countries do have their own problems. Countries often have their own challenges, but these are for natives of that country to resolve, the domestic actors in those countries to resolve. And we hope that this is something that the international community can continue to stand up for. In our statement, we've called for an emergency session of the United Nations Security Council to sit, because ultimately what is at threat here and what has been upended is the international law system, as we know, a rules-based order based on international law, and that governs everyone. It means all states are equal, and where there's a dispute between countries, we expect that the United Nations will be that intervening party that's able to bring people together or states together through dialogue. Well, what we've seen naturally is when a matter is presented to the Security Council, if there's a country there who this matter is of direct interest to them, and often it's the countries that we call the P5 countries, the permanent members who have veto powers, then they simply veto the matter. And then from there it would have to go to the General Assembly of the United Nations.